Hello and welcome to my channel. This is another card in my Easter 2018 card series. This card design is really simple and it's using some paper scraps from an earlier design. Let me move this out of the way and just get right into how to make this card. The stamps and dies I'm going to be using today is the Pansy Punch by Stampin' Up, and it coordinates with the Flower Shop stamp set. I'm using the Happy Easter border die cut from Fawn, Framed Floral card. This is a two-piece die set from Spellbinders, and I have this large flourish stamp set. I don't know who made this, but I think I got this from Joann's. I will also need to use some scor-tape. I have this large, very wide scor-tape, which will help me in what I'm trying to do here with this sticking stuff on. I also have some jewel flowers. I got these from the dollar store. And I'll be using some rhinestones. As I mentioned, this card design is using a paper scrap. I have this egg cut out that I got when I did this frame. I just needed this part here, and every time I cut it, I got the inside egg. So I mentioned earlier that I was going to come up with designs to use these eggs because I have a bunch of them. This was the design that this was used in, and I will link down below so you can see what this looks like. And I've also done one other card design featuring this cutout, so you can also look for that as well. If you, of course, did not have this card done, then you could get this this or any egg frame that you had and a piece of green paper and cut it out. The first thing I want to do is create that paper. So I'm using plain white cardstock, and I have a piece of cardstock that has been laminated to give me a waterproof surface, and I'm going to use my distress stain and go all over it and generate a colored cardstock from this. Just give this a push to get it started. I think that's enough. I'm doing this first because I want to allow this time to dry. So I'll just set that aside and let it dry and move on to the next thing. Because both of these are intricate dies, it was easier to put the adhesive on a full sheet of paper and then die cut it out, and then the die cut will automatically be sticky. So in order to do that, this is why I use this wide scor-tape. If you didn't have this, if you had Stick It, you could use that also, or any other brand name, but this is what I had. So you just lay it on and press it really good, and I'm going to do this. This is a lot more of the black scrap than I actually need, but I'm going to just go ahead and do this whole piece because then I could do other cards, not just this one. Okay, give it a good press. And then you just take your scissors and you cut it. So I'll do that. Now I have the two pieces of cardstock with adhesive on the back, and I will just take it and lay the dies in place and run them through. Now it's just a matter of freeing the die. When I pulled this one out, it left the sticky paper behind, the release paper, and so the die is in here. So I'm going to take it out and immediately put it on my vellum instead of waiting for later. So I just need to free it from the die using my little pokey tool. And this is really, really delicate, so you have to be careful that you don't tear it when you pull it out. There we go. I just have to get that little bit out of the P. All right. And just put it in place. Try to get it straight. There we go. Now it would have been a pain to put adhesive on this little itty bitty piece, but now it's already stuck. And for this one, I already know that it's going to come out in one piece because I've done this quite a few times already. And I also know that I need to get my die brush and free it, all the little bits and pieces this way. So you just run the little die brush over and it pulls all the little pieces out one by one. This is going to take me a while, so I'll do this off camera. And now that I have that free, I just need to put it onto my purple here. So I'll just pull the release paper off. And it comes off in one piece. And just lay it in place. If you didn't want to struggle with trying to get this lined up exactly, you could get a larger piece of paper than this one is, and use the frame, the outer frame, and cut it out in one fell swoop. But I was able to line it up pretty good. And since the adhesive is already on it, it's just a matter of pushing it down, and there you go. So the rest of the card is just simply putting everything together, all the little parts. So I'll just let the music run and assemble everything. And that's the finished card. One thing I almost didn't remember to put the egg down before I put this down, but I caught it quickly. And there was one other thing that I needed to mention. Oh, when you put the adhesive on, make sure that you're putting it behind the letters so that it doesn't show through the vellum, because if you were to put it out here, it would show once it dried, and that doesn't have as nice a look. So always be looking for ways you can hide the adhesive when you're using vellum. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel. I'd like to thank my brother for the music that he provides for this channel, and I hope that you're enjoying it. Check out all my other Easter cards in this series and my other series on my channel. I will link down below to the cards that I mentioned at the start of the video, and I think that's everything. Thank you everyone, and have a great day. Take care.